Okay, good morning. Today I am running my first 1500 meters. I've never done this before. Closest I've ever gotten to this was running a 5k on the track, and that was absolutely pathetic. I hated every single second of it. Usually I'm able to run a 5k in and around 17:30. But this 5k, I couldn't even do it in 18 minutes. I don't know what was wrong with me. I'm not too good on the track. Hopefully I can do better today. Really hoping that I can squeeze out maybe 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, I'm looking at the lap splits for it, and to be honest, it's better to not even think about it. Just go out and run. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But first, we got to go to work. After that, I'll take you along with me. Alright, just back from work. When I first started getting into running like 4 or 5 years ago, I actually said the races that I really want to concentrate on are 1500 meters and 800 meters, because I feel like after doing the GA all my life, I feel like I have that speed, I have that power in my legs from all the turning and all that kind of stuff. So I said, okay, hopefully, you know, that will help me in getting better at the 800 meters and the 1500 meters. And I felt that all the way up until maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, when I actually really started training for this. When it actually came to really grinding out 1500 meter training, it was absolutely horrible, and I hated every second of it. Especially one training, it was 800 meters 3 times. So it's basically just run 300 meters 3 times, that's it. You get a 5-minute break in between it. I mean, that's all you have to do. Just run 800 meters 3 times. And I was like, this is so easy. Thank God I've got an easy session for once. I did it, and it broke me mentally. I hated every freaking second of it. All in all, the fast running, I did about 6-7 minutes of hard running altogether, and it completely broke me. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're just finished work now, and then we're going to Utrecht. We have to get a tram, then we have to get a train, then we have to get a bus. Just gonna let you know how I built up to this. So usually when I'm running, I'm usually racing like 5Ks or 3Ks, 5 miles, 10Ks. And building up to that, I think the sessions are a lot more smooth. They're a lot longer. That means you don't have to go as quick, is basically what I'm trying to say. And I know with speed work, they're a lot shorter, the sessions, but they are a lot more painful. They are a lot more painful. So the past maybe 2-3 weeks of me really grinding this race has been so tough, you know. Getting to the point of nearly getting sick, you know. I have not felt that a lot in my running career, but this is definitely the first for everything, I suppose. Yeah, I've been building up a lot. I've been eating more. I've been eating a lot more. I've noticed myself now waking up a lot more hungry than I usually am. So that was also a bit of a change. Drinking a lot more water, that kind of stuff. Feeling a bit more groggy going into work. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's always nice getting to races, because then it's like, okay, finally we get to like put the work into motion, and then we also get to like look forward and be like, okay, yes, what's the next race, you know? And not every race is good, being honest, not every race is good, but this is exciting times. Alright, I'm just going to show you the snacks that I'm bringing. That bread out of the way. Recently, I've really gotten into peanut butter. I don't know why, it just has the same texture of Nutella. Kind of reminds me of that. For today, we're just going to bring this leftover pasta. Along with that, we're going to throw this chicken into it. Alright, okay, there's a bit of chicken in there already. So this should be enough. I think we're stopping in the shop as well, in the train station. So I'll be able to get like a smoothie or something for afterwards. But yeah, this is what we are eating. It's about 3 hours before the race, and I'm already starting to get a bit nervy. It's either going to go really well, or else it's just going to be an ass whooping today. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. But of course, I'm now starting to doubt myself more and more as we get to the race, which is not good. But yeah, we're going to fuel well. We're going to do everything we physically can. We are in Utrecht now, bit more than an hour before the race. It's all so different with like GAA. I think with GAA, with like warm-ups and all that, like it's all done for you. You're told what to do by the coach and all that kind of stuff. But this is just so scary, man. Trying to like fuel properly so that like the energy releases at the right time, and the warm-up you kind of have to do yourself, and just like so hard to judge it, because then you're like, okay, I'm warmed up, but now there's like another 15-20 minutes before the race. Am I doing this correctly? I don't know, you know. So I'm always so nervous before a race, but not like necessarily for the race. I'm more nervous that like I'm doing all the warm-ups and all that shit properly.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I think it will be good. I'm just happy I'm not running, being completely honest. If I was running right now, I'd probably feel really sick, and that's my take.
I probably should have let Jean know earlier that I'm going for sub 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It's going to be hell, because I looked it up. It's 1 minute and 11 seconds per lap. Now granted, you just have to do just under 4 laps, so I think I can do that comfortably once. So the rest of the race is going to be pretty difficult. But yeah, that's what I'm going for, just under 4:30. If I can do that, that'll be unbelievable. Alright, we're here now. The second I walked in, I was extremely intimidated. I've never been to like a big track meet before. The second I walked in, I was like, do not belong here. Serious like imposter syndrome. So I'm just going to try and ignore that. Yeah, 4:30, that's what we're trying to do. Gonna do a warm-up now. Everything's in Dutch, so if I end up missing it, it's because I didn't understand where the frick I was supposed to go. There's around what, like six heats maybe? A lot of heats. So yeah, I'm going to warm up and we're going to do this thing, this last video before I race. Just seeing the heats. I mean, technically I should be winning, man. The time I put down is the best time in the thing, so I've just gotten 20 million times more nervous now, but I'll win, don't worry, I'll win. Before the race you have to put your name down on a thing, and so they can put you in a heat, a fair one. So I put down 4:30, but then when I calculated the time I was like, I actually don't know if that's fully possible, but we'll see. It's good though, all of our times are like in and around each other, so it's really good. It's going to be a good race. I was a bit nervous. I was like, nah, there's going to be too many good people. It's going to be ruined. But now I'm a lot more confident. I'm like, oh, thank God. People who have freaking 3:30 as their best time, you know, so. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick review of the race. I was on the outside lane for this, so it was a bit annoying, because if anyone doesn't know, for 1500 meters you kind of have to all scooch in at the very beginning to try and get a good spot, and that can lead to tripping. So I said, look, I do not want to trip no matter what. And something Emma told me before the race is, no matter what happens, don't take the lead at the very beginning. And as you can see, here I am. I'm coming in and I'm just about to take the lead, but then I remember what she said to me, so I held back just a bit and let this other girl take off. And something I want to say right now, I absolutely hate my running form. I think it's just so bad. I don't know why, it's so bad to look at. I cringe every time I look at it. To be honest, the lead group, the lead like 5 people you're looking at here, I was trying to stick with them the whole time. And I was kind of praying. I was like, okay, look, if I can just stick with them for the first like 2.5 laps, I think I might be able to stick with them for the whole thing. So I'm trying to hold on here. Around here, I noticed that it completely started to slow up a small bit. And I was like, oh my God, yes. If this is the pace they're going at, we are in for this. Like, we could win this, you know what I mean? So I felt really good here. And this was probably the only place I felt really good. Like here, as you can see, we're all bunched up again. Basically, we're 1 lap in and we're all bunched up, and I'm like, yes, I'm in a pretty good position here. As you can see, I'm with this like young kid. I was kind of just looking at him the whole time, really just praying that I can just hang on to him, because I knew he would do well. As you can see here, a small bit, I'm really trying to hang on to them. I'm just trying to hang on to them. Slowly, I'm losing my grip on them, and you can see a little gap start to form, which is annoying, which is really, really annoying. And you're gonna see in a minute, the gap gets way bigger and I actually end up completely by myself. But here, I think coming around this corner was my last hope. I was like, okay, look, I just need to hang on to them. I just need to hang on to them. They started to slow down a tiny bit again, but I was like, oh my God, like I'm in a lot of pain right now, man. I'm in so much freaking pain, you know? And you can see the little gap. starting to grow. And there, as you can see, I'm completely on my own. And I'm just like, why is that freaking happening, you know? Take a look at this now. Look at this. Look at the state of this. Look at me. I'm all on my own. It's absolutely madness, man. The two lads behind me were like basically working together. By looking at that, you know they're going to catch me, which they do in the end. But yeah, it's really annoying. So we're coming into the last lap, and as you can see, I've completely like lost touch with reality. I can't keep up with the 5 people anymore. I am really dying right here. And like most people, I think, can put a bit more effort. They can kind of be like, okay, here we go. I'm gonna like up my speed for this final lap. I just couldn't do it. I'd given everything for the 4 laps. This dude passes me out, and then the guy in orange also passes me out, I think, anyway. I think when I rounded the corner here, I was looking at the timer. There's a timer in the corner. I was like, my eyes were going blurry. I couldn't even see it. I was like, oh my god, am I that bad? I thought it said like 5 minutes 41. I was like, no way. Then in the end, it ended up being 4:41. Look, it wasn't my best race ever, but it was my first 1500 meters. So yeah, it's fine. There's just a lot more needs to be done. All right, race is over, and my legs are so tired right now. I've never felt this kind of way after a race. I think when the race finished, it felt like my hamstrings were literally hanging on by like a muscle fiber. It was ridiculous. It went well, okay. I was pretty happy with it, but I think at the beginning I was kind of like, oh my god, like I was nowhere near. Well, like I think I was 11 seconds away from 4:30. So like, there's work to be done. So yeah, it was fun. Like, it's a different kind of a pain. Like, every race you do, the pain level varies, you know? So on a scale of like 1 to 10, that was probably like a 6 or a 7, but it's a different pain. It's like a lactate pain, you know, that kind of way. I think we all know what that feels like after a while. I think every runner goes through this where like, I wish I just tried a bit harder, but you're like, I couldn't have tried a bit harder. Like, in all seriousness, like I was absolutely fucked at the end of that. But yeah. Look, thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Have a good day. Goodbye.